So it's 6 a.m. The family is still sleeping next door. Last night, FOMC meeting minutes were released. And it's important because we have had some open positions on USD Japanese yen, gold, and Aussie dollar US dollar. Now this morning when I looked at my phone to see how the USD Japanese yen pair is doing, because that was one of the trades which I had the biggest hope in. So yesterday we looked at USD Japanese yen again just before the meeting minutes during the afternoon session. I think 4 or 5 hours before the meeting minutes were released. And we analyzed USD Japanese yen again, and no matter from which direction we were looking at, we came to the same conclusion with Kai and the other guys that USD Japanese yen must sell off. And the meeting minutes were released, and what happened? It was like a bloody waterfall. It melted. Let's have a look on the profits now and see how the positions are going. So looking at the USD Japanese yen 2-hour time frame, you can see that we still have this beautiful downward sending bearish channel, and we have this big ass head and shoulder pattern. And in the previous video which I sent out on YouTube, by the way, you can rewatch it, I analyzed that there were two opportunities to short, somewhere around 151, and the second one was 152. Now you can see that the weekly pivot hasn't moved too much, but we started shorting at this price level, which turns out to be the perfect price level, because since that, price dropped around 200 pips. And if you're struggling with small account, ForexC and its brand new website, which is very nice, having a 50% deposit bonus. Now this is a limited time offer, and if you want to gain some margin, some extra room to wiggle, I highly recommend it. It's free money. You don't have to stay with them, register with them, take the money, make some money, withdraw it, and then you can do whatever you want. But if anyone offers you free money, make sure that you take it. So you can find the links below the video, forexc.com, 50% deposit bonus. And you can see on my live MetaTrader that I took profit already because I had 2 entry positions, one of them with you during the YouTube video, and the other one was pretty much yesterday when we analyzed in the morning briefing or the afternoon session, I can't remember. We looked at the USD Japanese yen again, and I entered into another short position, and I sent out and I notified the members that yes, I'm entering into another second position, or I'm going into a second position USD Japanese yen because I think it's going to drop. So if you look at the positions which I closed down, you can see that I have 2 USD Japanese yen gained about 5,300 pounds, Great British pounds. I still have a small running position, but that just for educational purposes to show you how many pips I took. Gold position yesterday. Now this doesn't really count because I opened it, was it yesterday? No, on the 17th, and I closed today, and that was about 3,000 pounds. So ignore this one, focus on the USD Japanese yen. And I also had the Aussie dollar US dollar. That one had to be closed down in a minor loss. That was minus 177 pounds, but the USD Japanese yen gained about 5,300 pounds. Gold over on the last 3 days was about 3,000 Great British pounds. Now going back to the analysis on USD Japanese yen, I'm expecting the full profit target. Of course, now that analyzed the fundamentals and we know that what's happening with Trump, the policies and the peace talks, I'm not going to go into that into details. If you want to learn more about macroeconomics, join the AlphaFX community. You can join by going to alphafx.eu and selecting the plan which is right for you. The Pro plan, it has everything: the morning briefing, the live session, the trade notifications, everything. This is the full package. There's only free membership left, so take it while it's last and become a member. Now moving back to the analysis, you can see that I was expecting price to come down to this price level. Some people say this is actually a bear flag, and it is valid. And if it's a bear flag, the second pole is going to be exactly the same length as the first pole, and that lines up with my analysis on the head and shoulder and the channel that the final TP should be at 149.500. But as I showed you in my MetaTrader, I took profit already, and I don't have much running positions. There's only 1 USD Japanese yen, but that is the runner from the 2 sell positions, and it's I only left like 5/10 of a pip, which is currently running at 123 pips profit. So when price finishes the pattern, which is going to be at 149, 0.600, 0.500, I'm not sure exactly where is it going to be, but if price comes down to this price level, I will be looking for buys. But the profit target is going to be a very reasonable 100 or 80 pips, and it's going to be the middle of this channel. So I will be looking for buys at 149, 600, 800, 500, and we'll be taking profit if price bounces back to the middle or the extension of the middle of this downward ascending channel. And of course, the next move or the next setup is going to be depending on the data that we have ahead. So looking at the economic calendar today, we have continuing and initial jobless claims, along with the Philadelphia Manufacturing Index, which is going to be important. And you can see that the forecast is already very deflationary. But if you look at the jobless claims, you can see a different picture. So I will be live trading it with the team. I'm not sure if I'm going to go on YouTube. If you want to become a member, go to alphafx.eu. I'm moving back. So this is the preliminary analysis, but I will be taking position based on the upcoming data. Now let's have a quick look on gold, because of course we love gold. Now gold hasn't moved a single inch since yesterday, and you can see that gold is currently gravitating just below the previous all-time high above the daily pivot. I would say that gold is most likely going to hit 3,000 by the end of the month. When is it going to happen? No one knows, because of course the market is driven by the policies, by the news, by the events that's happening around the peace talks and all that. So I still holding the bullish bias on gold, but now it's switching to cautiously bullish, because we are at very high levels, and as I always say, it's too high to buy, too bullish to sell. But if I had to choose, I would look for buys only. Moving back to the chart, just to recap on gold, I'm holding a cautiously bullish bias, and looking at USD Japanese yen, I will be looking for a reversal at this price level, which I highlighted multiple times during the video. Now, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like the video, hit the like button, enable the notifications, and make sure to leave a comment. Thank you so much. This is the Alpha FX.